3, 2, 1. Yo, we are live. Oktane Minutes podcast, paramilitary episode, brought to you by White Tiger Wars. If it ain't got the white tiger on it, and third time's the charm. It ain't official if it ain't got the stamp. So we want to cover, as we say, everything is topical here in this world. I want to cover the Super Bowl. Hey, listen, old timers. Name a play that you saw on the Super Bowl instead of riding on Kendrick Lamar's nuts. You know what I mean? Everybody knew in the culture, which we will not explain to you anymore. Everybody knows within the culture what it was for. We was here to see Drake be called a pedophile in front of hundreds of millions of people. PDF. Now he's suing everybody, which is funny. But you got to understand, man, you can't say the man sucked when you guys have never, not even once, talked about the game. You guys are trying to make it a whole political statement. You guys are all bozos, man. Let me tell you, Kendrick got it right now. He is hip hop. The West got it. Because I'm going to talk about some other things too. Since we dealing with that, we are also dealing with, you got a bunch of latecomers that are coming after the fact. They know that he's getting that Super Bowl rub, or he's gotten the Super Bowl rub, and he's got everything. And you know what? It did exactly what he wanted to do. He did exactly what he needed it to do. Because right after that, Be Humble went double diamond. He surpassed Michael Jackson, and I'm saying people would have hated on Michael Jackson. You would have hated on Prince. Let's not act like you old mayonnaise munchers out there in the 80s y'all acted like y'all like Prince. Y'all did not like Prince. Y'all hated on him. He was an androgynous, light-skinned brother who played dainty like a fox. You didn't like him because we know how you people are. You people almost kind of feel entitled to, us being grateful to you for no reason. Because if we look at history, we all know that the Civil War really started. The North really came into the South because the slaves were already revolting. So let's not get it twisted. We already know what it is. We know what it is. So anyway, the brother went double diamond. The brother went platinum. So, you hear there was some old Italian jazz singer talking about how hip hop was ghetto and classless. First of all, let's just keep things a buck. The brother was kicking high art. Hip hop is just what's contemporary for the world. And let's just keep it a buck about jazz. All you got to do is just know how to be moderately competent in the genre and play jazz, because everybody's doing nothing but solos. As Rick James says, jazz ain't nothing but a bunch of broke notes. So let's not acting like one artistry is more classier than another, because it ain't. Because look at them old jazz artists. Even though I love jazz, these dudes were all dope heads and drug addicts and couldn't make money in America, so they had to go to Europe. So let's stop keeping it funky, or fake funk. Let's not fake the funk. You know what I mean? Let's not fake the funk about what that brother did. He broke records. He broke Michael Jackson's record. Michael Jackson is no longer with us. This is just what we have. And he had, I'm not saying, was he a once in a generation talent? Maybe not. But he knew how to ride the wave. He understood what was going on. He is what's contemporary right now for what the high end of the known world of that is about. So for them to act like he really wasn't popping, come on, man. You guys are lying to yourself, blowing that hot mayo air in space, because we know who you are. The usual suspects. You cry when people are not. We're not humble and keep our head down. We are not our ancestors, brother, as everybody says. We are not our ancestors. So, you know what I'm saying? You either going to learn to You either going to learn to live with it, or, you know what I'm saying, you're going to deal with what those guys, what those young men dealt with in Ohio when they came playing with the wrong people. You know what I mean? This is the pull-up generation. You know, we don't just pull up by the bootstraps. We pull up at your house and let you know what's up. You guys aren't tough. You guys aren't artists. You know what I'm saying? Making something out of nothing is true artistry. Anybody can learn to play a guitar. You know? Not to downplay guitar players, but anybody can learn. I mean, hip-hop was a result of music programs being destroyed. What we are going through right now with the government, created with Donald, even though Donald Trump, you say Donald Trump's doing good things, them slashing the Department of Education and taking funding out of school because they don't like certain things being taught because they feel that certain kids shouldn't be made to feel bad. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to play that nobody's a snowflake game, that means that your kids the kids on the other side can feel bad too about what the truth and reality of the world is. By the way, the song that's being played now for the audio version, or for the official podcast version, will be The Age of Optimus featuring Abno. Gangsta Tell, no need to explain the song. We just going topical. This is a episode 41 or 42 paramilitary episode. I recorded it the first time, didn't have the video going. Then the partner from the A-Preem from Dragon's Lair came across, from the Seven-Headed Dragon came across, and we decided to do some impromptu talking. We'll probably do another I'm gonna open a new Dragon's Lair channel so we could do stuff from there. I have to send them the logos. But going back, records were broken. And really, okay, let's break it down like this. Records were broken, and it's not that serious. It's not that serious for how you people feel. Fragility, that's what that is. If it wasn't your thing, it wasn't your thing. But you know how it is. Grandpa gets a cell phone, he has an opinion. I remember the last guy had an opinion. He could have left it alone. Remember Rush Limbaugh? When Donovan McNair, and then had a bad game, and then he goes into this whole thing about having black quarterbacks. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Instead of a guy, an athlete who worked all his life to be there, not you, fat boy, who's wherever you are in the underworld, you had to go out your mouth, and you just kind of like, you guys are making it the issue. It's y'all make the issue. It ain't us. We know when a guy makes a bad, if an athlete is bad, his race is not part of anything. His race is not part of any issue. But for some reason, like I remember that, they said, it was an issue of the NFL wanting to play politics. The NFL doesn't want to play politics. They're apolitical. Most sports organizations are apolitical. And if they are, and if they do let it slide, they don't care. Jay-Z's money's worth more than, your Miller Lite drinking grandpa's opinion. Plus, who is he gonna, who else was gonna get the, gonna play Super Bowl? You think they're gonna dig up Steve Miller Band? Steely Dan, you think they're gonna be popping? Kids, the young kids watch this shit. They pay the cable bills too. You old motherfuckers, man, like you're crazy. You guys are on your way out, man. Now Wu-Tang, what if they got Wu-Tang? You gonna say the same thing? You'll say anything. You'll say the same thing for about anybody if you don't like them. Lady Gaga was there. You didn't like Lady Gaga. Madonna was there. You didn't like Madonna. This is he's a pop act. Had Drake won the battle, Drake would have been there. And y'all have said, why they got a Canadian in front of this? Shouldn't he do the CFL? And Drake might do the CFL. The Grey Bowl, Grey Cup, or whatever the fuck they got going on over there. Shout out to the Montreal Alouettes. My former CFL team when I played back in the early 2000s before when I got out of college and I was playing college ball. In case you don't know, look me up. I was a college football player in the CFL. Something or another like that. Anyway, yeah, man, a lot of, and then there's a lot of the contrarians that say, this, that, and the third about it, but it's just like, come on, man, it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. But I figured I'd talk about it because it's a contemporary, hot, topical subject, and it's just what I want to talk about. I've been meaning to talk about it, but I've been sick, and then it was too cold, and the Super Bowl ain't happened yet, and this, that, and the third. And then I got to talking to a young man. I think his name was Trez. Cool young brother, man. Does hip hop. I need to go back up there, back up to the mall to say what's up to him because I ain't seen him in a minute. I'll see him after the fact of the Super Bowl at some point. But he had asked me, was I ready for the game? And I was just like, I was just ready to see Drake get this. I'm happy for both teams. I'm happy for the Kelsey brothers. Both got their rings. One retired a champion, and this one had his second ring. And he lost maybe in a spectacular fashion. Chiefs got smashed out. I couldn't tell you what happened all NFL because I don't watch football. The commercials take me out of the game, and it's boring to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the NFL is, there's every time there's a down or there's a play or Patrick Mahomes farts and sneezes, part of the Kansas City Chiefs. So shout out to that black man with his ownership. Yes, that's very rare. I mean, it's becoming more common. It was rare back in the day, but it's still kind of rare. But it's gonna be common. It's gonna be a commonplace thing. We're gonna be owning everything from America. You know what I'm saying? Black man cashing checks. That's what we like to see. We don't want to see you necessarily a sports star. We want to see you cashing big checks and building skyscrapers and making policy because that's what counts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe they say Kendrick sucked because Donald Trump paid, gambled, and bet on the Chiefs, lost, and then he didn't invite the Eagles to the White House. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I was impartial, but had the Chiefs won, I would have called a certain person and called them out and called his mama all sorts of names. Because he deserves to be made fun of and ridiculed for the rest of his life. That's a side joke. That's for the few people that are there. But it was a nice quiet night, man. Because I went out on a walk during the Super Bowl and just went into my walking meditations as I do from time to time. I need to find new places to walk. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Maybe I'll do. Maybe there's a couple nature trails I can walk and stroll and do my meditations because I am a transcendental-esque person, not transcendental. You know what I'm saying? Because heaven is in the aspect of the mind, and we are the rulers, builders, and or destroyers of reality. Our reality, because there's only one, because it's just you and your body, and everything else is just perception and angles working. But yeah, man, let the brother live, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate on the brother. Don't hate on him. Opinions are like assholes. I know everybody's got one, but numbers don't lie. If we're gonna play that game, remember, numbers don't lie. Remember, people say, "Oh, numbers don't mean nothing." Now they mean something. They always meant something. If you're going to bring up numbers, we're going to bring up numbers here. He was number one, and he'll be number one for a minute, because you guys don't care enough. Now, let's just say Metallica does the next year's. Let's see y'all get together collectively and try to break that record for Metallica. Y'all won't do it because it's y'all being petty. Y'all are being petty because you were made to feel uncomfortable. But you know what? Truth is never comfortable. Truth is the truth. And it's powerful, right? Reality is real. And it sucks sometimes. It's like getting kicked in the balls. But in reality, y'all don't like to get kicked in the balls because some of y'all don't have balls. And that's the double truth, Ruth. Ain't life grand. But yeah, brother went double diamond, man. I mean, he don't suck that bad. He's not that whack. I mean, it's so crazy. You know, Drake would usually be at those parties. Drake didn't bet. He went and did a tour on the other side of the globe, walking around with bullet holes, fake ass bullet holes in his hoodie, smoking out his chest like he's still here. I said, bro, you could have just took Mustard's advice. You know, even though people tried to hate on DJ Mustard because I guess Ice Spice outsold him. I said, bro, women in hip hop will just outsell men anyway because of the men. You know, the women support women, I guess. I'm thinking, yeah, the women support women kind of, but the women, you know, there's the thing too, man, that's always got me. The women support women, but they won't support the positive. You know, there's a lot of positive women hip hop. Rhapsody and Shyrock, you know, there's a lot of young women out there who do rap with just skill and just rely on skill, and they don't show thigh and cleavage and booty and boobs and titties and coochie. They don't do none of that. They just be rapping. They just MCs. But where are y'all supporting? Where are you supporting? The gay men support the women. But where are the gay men supporting Rhapsody? It's us. Straight black men supporting that. You know, just because we don't, you know, that's not our demographic. We understand hip hop, our demographic. Everybody else just kind of listens to it. Hip hop is a black man genre. I'll say that. Black man genre, black American man genre, because not even other men from other countries truly understand what it's like to feel, you know what I'm saying? We know good MCs, female, black or white, female, male, you know what I'm saying? Man, woman, child, and or animal. I've yet to hear a dog rap, but if a dog rapped, we'll know if he's good or not. I tend to see that women don't. They don't care if someone's good. You know, the gays don't care if somebody's dope on the mic. I mean, there might be some, but not necessarily. That's a hot take. So, you know, that's why you see Ice Spice going like triple platinum, and DJ Mustard, who's a beat maker and a producer who knows how to make hits. He literally made one of the biggest hits of the summer, maybe the biggest hit of the decade, and you're telling him like, you got outsold by Ice Spice. Why are you giving Drake? I said, bro, Drake lost a battle. And this is probably derailed his career. It didn't destroy it. He still has a career, but it changed his career for the indifferentiation of the remainder of it indefinitely. You know, because Drake was on a trajectory, but he also liked to play on other men's families. So, you know, he played on Kendrick's family, and I guess Kendrick didn't like it. So you have. So you know, we weigh these things out, right? We do this thing where we weigh it out and we say, so you sat there and got called out your name as a pedo, but think about all the other men that you done tried to publicly humiliate, playing on their families, taking pictures with their wife and their ex-girlfriend and maybe with their kids because you had a little wayward, you going getting snippy with a guy. You get called a pedophile. Honestly, I think you came off light because a lot of dudes would have kicked your ass every time they saw you, Drake. They would have whooped on your ass every time they saw you. You just got called a pedophile because you have suspect behavior, right? He wouldn't have said it if there wasn't no validity of truth to it. But, you know, here we are. After the fact, either they were contrarians or they were just people made to feel uncomfortable, and instead of just saying, yeah, Kendrick kind of hurt our feelings, and Kendrick never said white people, he was just talking, you know, I believe the concept was cool. You know, I just think the concept was more so about, you know, he was just repping where he's from. The only people I give a pass to in New Orleans was that you know what I'm saying, you said, well, maybe Lil Wayne should have been there. Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe Lil Wayne. But then when you think about Lil Wayne wasn't hot. That's just, it shows you the nature of the music video business too. Lil Wayne didn't even drop an album. If Lil Wayne would have just dropped an album, he probably would have got on. But so you got Lil Wayne. Hell, he probably could have reached out to Master P. Master P would have rocked that. He was, he's kind of like enough on the edge, but they wanted a big pop for that. You know what I'm saying? Master P and Lil Wayne wouldn't have drew the numbers. You could have got Bootsy, but Bootsy's hood famous, and I'm a huge fan of Bootsy. He's funny. I like some of his music, but them dudes aren't the star that you got with Kendrick. I'm sorry. Drake took the big L, and aside from the pedophile thing, a lot of brands don't want to be, he had a lot of things. A lot of times you don't want to have an association with a guy who lost something publicly. He lost big in a public manner. So, yeah, they're not going to do that. And then, like I said, Lil Wayne hasn't done nothing. Lil Wayne could have literally dropped an album independently. But he's enjoying his money. He sold his publishing for like more than $100 million, I reckon. For the capital, you know what I'm saying? Because, contrary to belief, once you hit a certain tax bracket, you have to pay especially when you are getting residual income off of properties, digital and or otherwise, you have like a capital gains tax you got to pay. And the capital gains taxes kick a lot of people's asses. So sometimes you get rid of certain assets because to lower your own taxes. And Lil Wayne didn't make an album. He got a lot of money. He didn't make an album. I don't know if that was a clause in the contract that he signed for, but Lil Wayne didn't. So Lil Wayne's not hot. Yeah, he's from New Orleans, but he's not hot right now. Sorry. Lil Wayne should have done it. No. He could have made an album, but he didn't. Master P would have been better. He could have pulled out all the remaining No Limit All-Stars. He could have dug Snoop Dogg up. I mean, I know people mad at Snoop Dogg, but Snoop Dogg was the king of side quests. He was the beloved sweetheart. So you see how the world turns on you anyway. So, I'm not trying to take offense to it. I'm just saying, like, come on, man. I know you're not serious. That's really my whole point, is that people just be talking shit to talk shit. Just a bunch of hot mouth, just a bunch of hot ass mouths, just yipping and yapping for no reason. So on that note, I tell you humbly, disrespectfully, please shut the fuck up. No one cares about your opinion, because we also don't want to see your asshole. But yeah, so that's the conclusion, 23 minutes into the podcast, Oktane Minutes. You've been there. Like, share, and subscribe if I did not hurt your bitch ass feelings. And shout out to the Saba Sun family. Be on the lookout. Check the Bandcamp, Oktane and Diabolical Hideaway /bandcamp.com. That's where we make the good bulk of the money. And you guys take care. 1 2 1 2 White Tiger. Feel the vibe. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 Trade Point 5. Feel the vibe. White Tiger shit. Big Stepper and Gator boots for Major Loot. Bowler hats and black suit. We looking serious. White collar criminal. General. Directive. Selective. How we eat. Not many can compete. Top boy shit. Seeing what the hell we can flip. Scared money don't make none. You can be quick. I got more guns. We the firm. We'll take your city. For trivial misery. For the enemy. For us. It's Tuesday, usually read the Rob Report, trade commodities. In this moment, we harm bodily. Crusty cheese steaks with a heart full of hate. We been called you out, you respond hella late. Chromatic, the most fantastic ways. Drama for the elegant, address the elephant. Take a picture on that fly shit. That trade point fire shit. Levels to this, the age of optimists. Yeah, are you feeling this? Plot hits and we don't miss. Plot hits and we don't miss. Yeah, you get the gist. Levels to this, the age of optimists. Yeah, are you feeling this? Plot hits and we don't miss. Plot hits so you don't miss. Yeah, you get the gist.
Losers to the left of me, winners to the right. Niggas talk shit and hate and diss out of spite. Niggas act like bitches, that's why your lady's a dyke. You that nigga, psych. No filter for what I deliver. Amazon, true phenomenon, word is bond. Never been a quiet storm. Best believe got aces up the sleeve. Blicky on the hip. Everywhere I'm at, niggas always looking sick. Pissed cause they life ain't extravagant as this. I'd be remiss if I ever gave a shit. Your girl's head superb, she always get a tip. Choke hold as I fuck, she loves a tight grip. Switching lanes sounds bang, getting head in the whip. Big pulls on the wood, Don Julio is sipped. Pause. Big pulls on the wood, Don Julio is sipped. Pause. Big pulls on the wood, Don Julio is sipped. Don Julio is sipped. Big pull on the wood, Don Julio is sipped.
1 2 1 2, White Tiger. Feel the vibe. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Trade point 5. Feel the vibe. White Tiger shit. Big stepper and gator boots for major loot. Bowler hats and black suit. We looking serious. White collar criminal. General directive. Selective. How we eat. Not many can compete. Top boy shit. Seeing what the hell we can flip. Scared money don't make none. You can be quick. I got more guns. We the firm. We'll take your city for trivial misery. For the enemy. For us, it's Tuesday, usually. Read the Rob report, trade commodities. In this moment, we harm bodily. Crusty cheesesteaks with a heart full of hate. We been called you out, you respond hella late. Chromatic, the most fantastic ways. Drama for the elegant, address the elephant. Take a picture on that fly shit. That trade point fire shit. Levels to this, the age of optimists. Yeah, are you feeling this? Plot hits and we don't miss. Plot hits and we don't miss. Yeah, you get the gist. Levels to this, the age of optimists. Yeah, are you feeling this? Plot hits and we don't miss. Plot hits so you don't miss. Yeah, you get the gist.
Losers to the left of me, winners to the right. Niggas talk shit and hate and diss out of spite. Niggas act like bitches, that's why your lady's a dyke. You that nigga, psych. No filter for what I deliver. Amazon, true phenomenon, word is bond. Never been a quiet storm. Best believe got aces up the sleeve. Blicky on the hip. Everywhere I'm at, niggas always looking sick. Pissed cause they life ain't extravagant as this. I'd be remiss if I ever gave a shit. Your girl's head superb, she always get a tip. Choke hold as I fuck, she loves a tight grip. Switching lanes sounds bang, getting head in the whip. Big pulls on the wood, Don Julio is sipped. Pause. Big pulls on the wood, Don Julio is sipped. Pause. Big pulls on the wood, Don Julio is sipped. Don Julio is sipped. Big pull on the wood, Don Julio is sipped.